I was reading in 2 Kings chapter 4 today, and I noticed something in the story of Elisha and the Shunammite woman that tied to a proverb that I had read recently, and I wanted to share it with you. It says, one day Elisha went on to Shunem, where a wealthy woman lived, who urged him to eat some food. So whenever he passed that way, he would turn in there to eat food. And she said to her husband, "Behold, now I know that this is a holy man of God who is continually passing our way. Let us make a small room on the roof with walls, and put there for him a bed, a table, a chair, and a lamp, so that whenever he comes to us, he can go in there." One day he came there, and he turned into the chamber and rested there. And he said to Gehazi his servant, "Call this Shunammite." When he had called her, she stood before him, and he said to him, "Say now to her, see, you have taken all this trouble for us. What is to be done for you? Would you have a word spoken on your behalf to the king, or to the commander of the army?" And she answered, "I dwell among my own people." And he said, "What then is to be done for her?" Gehazi answered, "Well, she has no son, and her husband is old." He said, "Call her." And when he had called her, she stood in the doorway, and he said, "At this season, about this time next year, you shall embrace a son." And she said, "No, my lord. O man of God, do not lie to your servant." But the woman conceived, and she bore a son about that time the following spring, as Elijah had said to her. This reminded me of a proverb from Proverbs chapter 3, verse 28 that said, "Do not say to your neighbor, 'Go and come again. Tomorrow I will give it when you have it with you.'" This woman could have just continued to give food, and that's all. She could have chosen not to go above and beyond in the way that she loved her neighbor. Elisha, her neighbor in this situation. We know in the Bible our neighbor is everyone. We are called to love everyone. And so instead of just putting it to the side, she had the ability to build a shelter and a place for Elisha to stay. And without being told or without being asked, she thought of another way that she could bless a man of God. And as she took this step of faith that cost her money, that cost her time, and all of that kind of stuff, Elijah ended up asking her how he could bless her. And so I want to encourage you guys today, go above, go beyond in the way that you are generous to others. Don't just continue to do the same thing that you've always done, because it is good and it is generous, but think of extra ways that you can show Christ to others by being generous, by inviting them into your home, by doing anything like that. I thought that this was really, really cool. And again, this proverb is super convicting. Don't say, "Hey, maybe come back tomorrow and I'll give you that," when you have the capability to do it today. Love others today, because tomorrow is not promised.